the day of the show was the day that I had decided that it was no longer going to work in my life to be in that relationship.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're diving into cringeworthy moments that made it clear the end was near for some of the most talked about celebrity couples.
I have had a lot of disappointment when it comes to Tristan.
Number 20, Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris's social media scrub.
Their relationship kept very private considering their fame, with just glimpses of their happiness on red carpets and on romantic getaways. But the couple, in fact, calling it quits overnight after 15 months.
Sometimes things don't work out no matter how hard you try. That became crystal clear when Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris scrubbed all traces of each other from their social media. When those cozy Instagram photos and holiday pictures vanished, fans didn't need an official statement to know things weren't so friendly anymore. But like most celebrity breakups, the drama didn't end there.
Harris took to Twitter Wednesday to compliment Swift's lyrics, but then accused Swift and her team of going so far out of their way to try and make me look bad.
Not long after, it was revealed that This Is What You Came For, Harris's hit with Rihanna, was actually co-written by Taylor under a pseudonym. Adding fuel to fire, Harris had once said in an interview that he couldn't see working with his ex, comments that reportedly hurt Taylor and may have contributed to the split.
I can't see it happening though.
You cannot.
No.
Just
she's about
keep
to take
church and state.
A long break, you know?
She deserves the long break, yes.
Absolutely.
Number 19, Pamela Anderson calls police on Tommy Lee. Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee's roller coaster marriage was full of ups and downs. They got married to each other just 4 days after meeting. No courtship, no hesitation. Crazy, right? Even crazier, they almost divorced a few months after their first baby, but patched things up and even welcomed a second child.
Father of the child is
Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee. Now, you know, the last time I heard you guys weren't married, but you're married now, right?
No, we're married. We've been married for almost 3 years.
But weren't you unmarried for a while?
No, well, we separated briefly.
But it seemed truly over when Anderson called the police on Lee, accusing him of domestic abuse in 1998. Lee was arrested, later convicted of spousal abuse, and sentenced to 6 months in prison. That same year, Anderson filed for divorce again and followed through with it this time.
This was like, no, I'm not having it. The police are coming, and you're going to get punished. And he was. He went to jail
Well,
for
I mean, I did it
6
because
months.
I really thought he was going to go further.
Though the relationship remained off and on for years, it appears the magic eventually died at some point during their tumultuous relationship. Number 18, Katy Perry and Russell Brand holiday apart. The holiday season is usually when couples double down on family and togetherness. But when distance takes the place of that, there might be trouble in paradise. That was exactly the case with Katy Perry and Russell Brand's short-lived marriage. Fans started whispering when the pair spent Christmas apart in 2011. For a couple who built their marriage on a whirlwind romance, the gap raised eyebrows.
It would have to do with discussing her high-profile marriage and divorce to comedian Russell Brand, a storyline that has been playing itself out in the tabloids and over the airwaves in the past few months.
As many suspected, something was really wrong. In December, Brand filed for divorce, ending their 14-month union. Even more shocking, the Roar singer revealed she first learned about it through text. Looking back now, that quiet holiday apart wasn't just coincidence. It was a subtle sign that their love story was about to unravel.
What was the best thing and the worst thing about being married to Katy Perry?
The best thing is like she's really exciting and brilliant and good fun. And the worst thing, I suppose, is things like that don't last forever.
Number 17, Gisele Bündchen criticizes Tom Brady's unretirement.
This morning, Gisele Bündchen is embracing her next chapter, turning the page after her divorce with NFL superstar Tom Brady.
Even before supermodel Gisele Bündchen and Tom Brady officially divorced, speculation had been simmering. Inside sources had revealed the pair were living apart and that things were tense between them. But the real turning point in media frenzy came when Gisele gave a candid interview about Brady's dramatic return to football after an initial retirement. In it, she admitted she wished he could be more present at home.
Obviously, I have my concerns. This is a very violent sport. I have my children. I would like him to be more present. I have definitely had those conversations with him over and over again.
That moment felt like a glaring spotlight into deeper problems that many had sensed but hadn't fully connected. In October 2022, the couple finalized their divorce after 13 years of marriage. As many had suspected, it was largely shaped by the tension between Brady's unrelenting football career and their family life.
The way you are in your 20s, it's, sometimes you
you grow together, sometimes you grow apart.
Number 16, Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore's social media silence. Speculation about Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore's marriage's downfall started swirling in 2011 after allegations of Kutcher's infidelity surfaced.
There was always a clause in that if you were going to do it, do not get caught. Do not have it be this big public fiasco. And Ashton was very silly in how he handled this.
Even before they officially announced their separation that November, fans had noticed a shift. The once hyper-visible couple were silent online. For years, the pair were known for cheeky exchanges on Twitter that blurred the line between public and private life. But when Moore unfollowed the That 70s Show actor, that move spoke volumes.
Like my real life has become a show in itself.
Ashton eventually got back to tweeting, but this time without Moore in the picture. For those watching closely, the distance online was the clearest indication that reconciliation wasn't forthcoming. By 2013, the couple finalized their divorce.
Loved my children. It wasn't something he feared. He seemed to be comfortable with the enormity of the ex-husband. I mean, I felt like I was not coming with baggage. I had trunks.
Number 15, Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill's friction. Let's be honest, from the very start, many didn't think this high-profile couple's relationship would last. Then before their breakup, subtle signals hinted at friction between Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill. Nicki had posted cryptic messages about self-worth, which had fans speculating that trouble was brewing. Then around the same time, Meek cranked up the heat when he shared a photo of a mystery woman's lingerie clad behind. Many saw it as a subtle jab at Nicki.
Meek Mill's not gonna have a problem at all. I mean, if he really wants company, female company, I'm pretty sure he won't have no problem fronting that in Philadelphia.
The dots finally connected when Nicki announced in 2017 that she was a single woman. Years later, the drama reignited with a massive Twitter feud that saw the exes air their dirty laundry in public. That huge post-breakup clash? We certainly did not see that coming.
Wishing it never happened. Even prior to it happening, I tried to stop it from happening. Literally
by speaking to me.
Yeah, I said, don't do that.
Number 14, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver's infidelity scandal.
They were together last weekend at a family graduation, but Shriver was not wearing her wedding ring.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver were married for 25 years before his infidelity scandal exploded in 2011. It was revealed that he cheated with the family's longtime maid, Mildred Baena.
She had actually come to you about the affair and the possibility of a child many years before, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you admit to it then?
Well, I just did not know how to. I was just, I think, too scared about losing everything.
Even more devastating, the Terminator star had fathered a son with her, which he kept a secret for years. With a betrayal of this magnitude, their marriage was bound to collapse. Sure enough, after this revelation, they announced they were going their separate ways and were even living apart. Months after the separation announcement, Shriver filed for divorce. Though it wasn't finalized until 2021, the damage was irreversible. From the moment the truth came out, we knew there was no coming back from a secret that big.
I wanted my children to see me moving forward.
In spite of the shame and the betrayal, you wanted a good relationship.
I did, because I had been with Arnold since I was 21. He's the father of my children.
Number 13, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth's post-marriage behavior. Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus's divorce may have shocked some, but not those paying close attention. Their love story was always a roller coaster, marked by breakups, reconciliations, and speculations. After nearly a decade of being on and off, they tied the knot in 2018, a decision many hoped would bring stability.
What does the dance number look like between the two of you?
Like this.
What?
But the cracks began to show almost immediately. Just months after her marriage, Miley was spotted without her wedding ring and even shared a public kiss with Caitlyn Carter in Italy.
Fans are connecting the not-so-subtle dots. Quote, "This past July, I went on vacation with a female friend. The next thing I knew, I was in love with her."
The newlyweds also spent long stretches apart, with Miley on tour and Liam often retreating to Australia. By August 2019, less than a year after saying I do, they announced their separation. The red flags were there all along.
Liam and Miley have agreed to separate at this time. Ever evolving, changing as partners and individuals, they have decided this is what's best while they both focus on themselves and careers.
Number 12, Emma Roberts arrested after fight with Evan Peters. When a relationship reaches the point of domestic abuse, it's usually a obvious sign that things are beyond repair. Emma Roberts' and Evan Peters' relationship is a telling example. In 2013, Roberts was arrested after an altercation left Peters with visible injuries. Though the charges were dropped and the two even got engaged, the scandal cast a long shadow on their romance.
She was there with her boyfriend, Evan Peters, from American Horror Stories. They were in their hotel room, something was going on, cops were called out.
Over the years, their relationship became a cycle of breakups and reconciliations. For those who saw the writing on the wall, the damage from the incident wasn't a minor one. It made it pretty clear the relationship wasn't healthy and may not last. Sure enough, after years of turbulence, the two finally called it quits for good.
As long as I'm not boring.
You're not boring. You're a weirdo. You are not normal. And it's inspiring. It's cool.
Number 11. Tristan Thompson's repeated cheating scandals. NBA star Tristan Thompson's multiple cheating scandals made it painfully clear that his relationship with Khloe Kardashian was on borrowed time. The first major sign came in 2018 when he was caught with a mysterious woman just days before Khloe gave birth to their daughter. Though she tried to forgive him, his behavior didn't change.
It's just an additional slap in my face. It's humiliating. I'm embarrassed.
In 2019, the Kardashian cycle was rocked by the news of Thompson hooking up with Jordyn Woods, Kylie's best friend. In 2021, things hit rock bottom again when a paternity lawsuit revealed that he'd fathered a child while still involved with Khloe.
But, I mean, when things happen to you a couple times, you do kind of become immune to them, which is really sad.
With that kind of pattern, it was obvious to many watching that the relationship couldn't survive. Still, they went on to welcome a second child as exes. Number 10. A Star is Born feeds the rumor mill. The internet was rife with speculation about the nature of Bradley Cooper's relationship with Lady Gaga around the release of their award-winning film. The chemistry was just undeniable, so much so that Cooper's relationship with model Irina Shayk was called into question. While the A Star is Born actors maintained that there was nothing romantic about their connection, the rumor got a lot of play.
You had such a connection with Bradley that instantly, and I guess this is a compliment, people started saying like, "Oh, they must be in love."
Okay. First of all, like. Social media, quite frankly, is the toilet of the internet.
Yes.
Media coverage can put a lot of stress on a celebrity relationship. And somewhere in the middle of the noise, Bradley Cooper and Irina Shayk's partnership really did come to an end. However, we're pretty sure Lady Gaga had little to do with it.
Hey.
What?
I just want to take another look at you.
Number 9. Kim and Kanye fight over a Band-Aid. It seems like the Kardashians never shy away from the cameras. Basically, every component of their family and romantic relationships are a matter of public record.
So do you and Kanye, fart in front of each other, or do you talk about farts? Do you fart in front of him? I don't fart. What are you talking about? You don't fart.
This soared to new heights when Kim Kardashian married controversial rap superstar Kanye West, whose eccentricities marked a lot of their on-screen drama. In a 2018 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim tells her sister Khloe about an argument the couple had over West's bandage preferences.
And then we had a fight because I wouldn't get him a Band-Aid. I said, "Did you look in the proper place? There's a Band-Aid here." He didn't like that one.
Although it's clear the fight is about more than Band-Aids, it's also evident that if this is the kind of thing they're fighting about, it doesn't bode well for the future. Kim and Kanye finalized their divorce in 2022.
I realized, no, I don't want a husband that lives in a completely different state. To me, I thought, oh my God, that's when we're getting along the best. But then that is sad to me.
Number 8. Pete Davidson's Ariana Grande tattoo. Although it's not clear when exactly the relationship between the comedian and the pop star began, it all seemed to happen very fast. Too fast, some might say.
You snuck him in. He's on the
Yeah,
album.
I did. I made a song with his name on it. I didn't know what to call it because I was like, I made it just to send to him, as just a nice little sentiment, you know, just like it's like a love letter.
2 weeks after their relationship went public, Davidson was seen getting tattoos supposedly inspired by his new love.
Pete just tattooed her initials on his thumb last week.
This wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but given how fresh it was, it seemed like asking for trouble. It all reeked of too much too soon.
You know, I don't even get royalties for that Pete Davidson song. You know that? Like if we break up, and we will, but we won't.
Between the endless coverage and their seemingly constant and very public declarations of love, it seemed only inevitable that it would end just as quickly. Less than 6 months later, the two called off their engagement.
Even almost got married, and for Pete I'm so thankful.
Number 7, Britney and Kevin's reality show. It was the 2000s, and everyone was making their own reality show. But seeing as Britney Spears was one of the most famous pop stars of the era, it seemed like a step in the wrong direction.
Why don't you want to stay, Kevin? Yes, I do.
She and new beau Kevin Federline had already raised eyebrows for their fast engagement and Federline's recent split with the mother of his child. But Britney and Kevin Chaotic didn't shed a positive light on the two. In fact, it revealed Britney's team's general discomfort with K-Fed.
When he came along, it was kind of like, what the hell?
Years later, Spears would admit the show was probably the biggest mistake of her career.
And so what is the best part about being married?
The baby?
The baby?
No, she said, what's the best part about being married?
All right, let's not argue now.
Number 6, arguments on newlyweds. Most married couples bicker, but Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey didn't seem to do anything else.
I'm just trying to find an outfit that's more appropriate for moving.
An outfit that's more... We're moving, baby. We're packing.
I know, but I don't like my outfit. I want to be more comfortable.
Jessica Simpson, we're packing clothes. We're not going out anywhere.
Newlyweds Nick and Jessica viewers were initially charmed by some aspects of the show. Simpson's confusion about whether tuna was chicken or fish made the reality show an early viral success.
Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish? I know it's tuna, but it says chicken by the sea. Is that stupid? What?
But the couple's constant fights over the littlest things became increasingly troubling. In the very last episode, Lachey seems completely over being around his wife altogether.
I have a question. Why didn't we just go to the grocery store?
I have an answer. Shut it.
It was no surprise then that the couple filed for divorce less than a year after their show ended. Lachey would later say that the parts they played up on their reality show helped cause their split.
The only thing is that you'll make the sports room a nursery one day. Like, we'll have to take all that sports
One day
memorabilia
soon
down.
or one day?
I don't know.
Number 5, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez Coachella spat. To be fair, this supernova couple seemed to constantly break things off only to get back together.
How many songs would you say?
Probably like 3.
3?
So now everyone's gonna be listening. Is this one about Selena? Is this one about Selena?
In 2014, they were on again until an argument the two allegedly had after the popular music festival went public. Rumors of infidelity and bad behavior flew, and everyone seemed to have an opinion.
Y'all for protective when I'm leaving. Trying to compromise, but I can't win.
They got back together after this, but hope for their future had taken a major hit.
I saw the signs and I ignored it. Rose-colored glasses are distorted.
Things were more rocky for a few more years. They broke up again in 2018, and Bieber married Hailey Baldwin the same year.
What is your relationship like now with Justin?
I support him. I think I always will.
Number 4, Jada Pinkett Smith's entanglement. In 2020, the internet was captivated and confused when Jada Pinkett Smith confessed to a relationship with musician August Alsina.
And I feel like it's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business.
The story of her so-called entanglement with Alsina inspired all kinds of speculation about the Smiths' marriage. Plenty were convinced this spelled doom for the couple.
Started a friendship with August. And We actually became really, really good friends.
Apparently, they were right, just not in the way anyone expected. Despite their years of keeping up the pretense that they were still together, apparently, the two had split in 2016.
In 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce.
This was around the time the entanglement allegedly took place. However, they did not get divorced. Jada was quoted in 2023 saying she would never leave Will.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
Number 3. Tiger Woods' multiple indiscretions. In 2009 and 2010, scandal rocked the world of professional golf.
Obviously, we chose to ask him the questions that we did, and we don't want to suggest at all that he's answered all the questions.
Trophy-nabbing pro Tiger Woods is destined to go down in history as a titan of the sport. But he earned another, less savory reputation when his infidelity was revealed.
I owe a lot of people an apology. I hurt a lot of people, not just my wife. My friends, my colleagues.
Stories about his encounters outside of his marriage to Elin Nordegren eventually ballooned into a full-on scandal that included several alleged affairs, a car accident, and plenty of tabloid headlines. Issuing apology after apology, the whole thing spelled doom for his relationship. As a result, Woods not only lost his marriage, but a number of lucrative sponsorships as well.
I ask you to find room in your heart to one day believe in me again.
Number 2. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson's public breakup. Millions of Twilight fans were rapturous about its star's decision to carry their romance into real life.
I gotta focus.
Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart became a Hollywood it couple almost immediately. Then in 2012, suggestive photos leaked of Stewart and Rupert Sanders, who was directing her in Snow White and the Huntsman.
If you return without me, you're dead. If you leave me, I'm dead.
Just for argument's sake, how much reward?
The public fallout was swift and merciless. Sanders was married and Stewart was destroyed by the press. It would be a hard thing for any relationship to survive, but the intense public scrutiny turned it into a full-on crisis. It was pretty clear the relationship was over. Stewart and Pattinson called it quits for good in 2013.
Nobody's ever loved anybody as much as I love you.
There's one exception.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The documentary. We were all rooting for them.
So, you are dating, huh? Yeah, we've been found out, it seems.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's love was a sensation, but the postponement of their 2003 wedding had lots of people raising their eyebrows. They split soon after, but in 2021, the very public rekindling of their romance had fans everywhere believing in love and reveling in the early 2000s nostalgia of it all. Just when it seemed like they were destined to be together, the Greatest Love Story Never Told documentary painted a pretty bleak picture for a lot of viewers.
These are really great. The 70s, they're light handheld lenses.
I don't care.
Affleck's evident unhappiness was pointed out throughout the film, even by Lopez's monster-in-law co-star Jane Fonda.
I get real scared, though, when all that shit about the Grammys and he looked unhappy. It's like, oh my God, what's happening?
Nothing.
Affleck and Lopez divorced less than a year after the film's release.
I don't think
Right there, that's all you need.
But
The
I
DNA
think
is right
right
there, all you
now
need
it
is Chris
just
Russell.
sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. That's wrong.
It does.
Which of these celebrity breakups did not shock you? Let us know in the comment section.
But you have the power to decide when you're not going to let people do you wrong anymore. Enough is enough.